way that I'm potting in the club.
That's how I'm potting. That's how we pod, bruh.
That's how you know it started.
Antics are back. We're in the van on our way to Chicago. We waited to hit record until we were driving through the People's Republic of Illinois. You know how I fucking hate Illinois. I got Dee Dee and Tyler. I got Mrs. V. Molly's back there. And this time we're joined by our dear friend, Nick. Nick, how do you say your last name?
My last name is Redacted.
Okay. That's weird. And we're vanned up. We got a little U-Haul trailer from Newfoundland, is what the mural says. And how'd we do on the wager this morning? With everyone's arrival. Don't mind me, you fucking cock. I'm just podcasting in the van.
So,
the Honda Odyssey. Shout out to the Honda Odyssey, the most premium travel van on the market. I mean, we are snug as a bug in here.
everyone has a lot of space, I gotta say.
That's the first thing Nick said, is everyone has so much space.
Yeah. I've never toured like this. I've toured in a truck. I've toured in a car, like a 4-door,
like an Audi
car.
A4.
Yeah. And now I'm finally in a van.
Yeah, this is Antics officially.
We were just listening to the new S. Jod. We're on our way to Chicago to see Mr. S. Jod, and then we're bringing him back to the Get Down in St. Louis.
Against his own will.
Yeah, he does not want to go there at all. We're gonna have to get him. I have a trap wired up with taquitos and Newport King 100s, and I think we should be able to snatch him. The new S. Jod is it's both ethereal and triumphant. It inspires. Tyler would say transcendental. I think you're supposed to see transcendent. It's both.
Ethereal.
Yeah, it would be good for my meditation if I was really trying to scatter my anxiety first thing in the morning. Crank some S-Jod in the backyard, do a little Tai Chi, and then Fox News the rest of the day. That's the prescription.
How's that working for you?
It's not good. It's not good for the doom. I wake up early. I have my cannabis. I listen to S-Jod, and then I turn on Fox News and I hide from it. I put it on real loud in the living room and I hide in the back of the house.
Just like being at your parents' house?
It's like when Buddy the Elf is afraid of the furnace, but it's Fox News and I put it on myself.
Yo, shout out Fox News.
Shout out to Fox News, R.I.P. Cut
Tyler is shaking his head. Yes, he loves Fox News.
We don't like to be affiliated
so
with establishment media, period.
Yeah, I don't know why we're talking about this right now. Cut that.
Jeremy, can we get a cut on that? Can we get a cut for the last minute?
I don't even think anyone works there anymore. Didn't they get gutted financially?
Well, no, I mean, not really. It's like a syndicated corporation, so they got sued for a couple of million.
Billion, I thought. Wasn't the
maybe
we don't have now we're actually talking about it.
I think it was somewhere. It was either
Nick, I don't want to talk about Fox. I want to talk about you, Nick. What's your favorite color?
My favorite color is wouldn't you like to know?
Oh, he's being so secretive.
You don't have a hair tie, D? I may have a scrunchie.
I got an extra one for sure.
I may have a scrunchie that may be yours.
My favorite color is forest green.
Forest green? They say
Forest
geniuses
green.
pick green.
Well, not this one.
Maybe that excludes forest green.
It does exclude forest. See, like
where are we playing tonight?
Cole's Bar.
Cole's Bar. Is it a bar and grill?
No. It is a dive bar.
It's a dive bar.
I have seen my friend Jacob play there before. Shout out Harvey Waters. We love Harvey Waters in this place. And it's a nice little quaint bar. Nice little quaint bar.
It's a bar.
It's a bar.
It's a bar. And sound system?
I'm surprised that they mic up the drums.
Wow, that might be
I don't know.
better than we're expecting.
I don't know if that's ever happened to us before.
Not outside of St. Louis for sure.
Right.
Hey, Molly, if
Miking
you
up
want to
the
talk
drums.
into the microphone, you have to, like, get into the microphone.
Hey, you know what? I'm sorry.
And my thing is, I am awash in the blood of the Lamb. You know what I mean? I actually am not worried about a thing because I can accomplish anything through Christ.
Praise.
And that's really what I wanted to talk to you guys about. That's why we're in this van today.
My hands are raised.
Is the only way forward, I think, is to really go back and confront the teachings of Christ and think, if we're really doing these things, would we have these problems that we have?
Yes.
For example, during COVID, we had a wine shortage. That's because we're not walking in the path of Christ.
Yeah, sorry
I was
about
still
that.
drinking it. I was still drinking all the wine. That's the thing I do.
Franzia.
Oh, that's so bad.
Oh, it's not.
I mean, okay.
You would mix Franzia with White Claw?
I would get.
Oh, my God.
I would take a 32-ounce Witch cup, crushed ice, half a pint of Tito's, about 12 ounces of Franzia Table Red, filled to the brim with White Claw, and then you get in the Uber with one of those,
That's a summer porch pounder.
and then you get kicked out of Del Mar Hall before you even order anything.
How long were you at Del Mar Hall before you got kicked out?
Nobody knows.
He opened his mouth and they're like, you I picked him up on the trolley tracks. And that's where Fembots
Yeah, that's
got
why.
its origin.
That's where we came up with fembots. So, kids, you don't have to live like that. You don't have to go down that road to discover that it's not where you want to be. You can take it from me. A little Diet Coke and a little Holy Spirit goes a long way.
Nothing better than an ice cold DC.
Dee Dee, you're quiet today. You want to talk into this microphone for a minute?
What was I say,
Well, I need you to back me up, though. I can't just have me talk.
yeah.
What about this one?
Dee Dee, what keeps you going?
Let's think. Cheez-Its.
He's dead inside.
Cheez-Its. I enjoy Cheez-Its a lot.
Cheez-Its. Have you had the Cheez-It Crunch Wrap?
No. Actually, probably.
It's like a big Cheez-It in a Crunch Wrap.
Oh, my God.
It's all right.
I ate Taco Bell last night after...
That new Taco Bell by you is trouble. I worry about your bowels.
I have...
They just opened a Taco Bell right like in between my house and Dee Dee's house.
It's bad.
And like most people don't know about it yet. They're still going down to South Kings Highway. They're still going over to Shrewsbury. And then Dee Dee's keeping that motherfucker open. I feel like that about the Lion's Choice on Chippewa. Not a sponsor yet. That I'm never in line when I go there. And I think I'm the only person using the app.
Probably get mad at you.
They're sick of me. They see me come through. They're like, this motherfucker. They put a DoorDash sticker on it. The food's always ready when I get there, though.
Didn't they close early one time?
Yeah. They'll close early on you, even though it says open late on every window.
What keeps you going, Jacob?
What keeps me going? I have 3 beautiful dogs that, they have a routine and they have needs. I have 2 lovely cats that, if I don't come home, they don't know what's up. You know what I mean? And I think to survive everything that I have survived and to come out on the other side relatively functioning at all is a miracle.
Yeah, the war was
And-
rough on you.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And I have everything I ever wanted. So I try to give back when I can. I try to, create something positive. and to entertain and educate and empower others. Tyler, how's the road treating you today? Tyler!
That's fine.
Oh! Headphone warning. Dee Dee. Keenan, what do you like about being on the road with no antics?
I can forget that I work in a corporate environment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Right now you're in a van.
Yeah.
With a bunch of scallywags.
Facts.
Hello?
Hello? Is this thing on? My brain is numb because I've been on this loophole weed that is weird.
That weed fucked me up.
That weed is goofy. It's from Wisconsin, but it's not cheap all the time. So it's not the genius life hack I thought it was. I went back to their website, and a single ounce today is $200. I said, well, that is not a deal. I could do that at home. Why would I need you to mail me weird weed from Wisconsin?
How much is an ounce usually?
Well, I think $200 is the normal price, but I got 50% off my first order, and they had it's stacked with a July 4th coupon. Not a sponsor.
America.
So I stacked up, but I wonder if I use a different email address, if I could use the 50% off coupon again.
Probably.
This is the energy you guys are going into tour with. This is going to ruin the tour. The world tour.
I'm doing good. I had 4 gas station taquitos.
One
4.
of those was a chicken roll.
One of them was a chicken. 3 gas station taquitos, a chicken roll, all doused in a sriracha ranch.
Yeah.
Right. A nice hot cup
You got
of
a
dark
hot,
roast,
dark coffee.
medium from QT. I have some gum,
You're swallowing gum.
swallowing gum because, I got to keep everything fresh.
And you got to keep it it's a binder. You got to keep it
Definitely.
bound.
And once I have everything bound inside my stomach, it's going to come out so easy.
It's going to come out whole.
Whole. Yeah. Out of my hole.
Like, do you remember in Sleepless in Seattle when he says, your mother could peel an apple in one long strip? And then it cuts to Meg Ryan cutting an apple, peeling the apple with a knife in one long strip. That's how Nick's going to shit later. It's going to be one long
It's not going to feel good.
No,
No, I'm
it's going to be like someone opened the valve on a frozen yogurt machine and walked away. For days.
Yeah,
You come in, the room is full of yogurt.
You guys are going to be about to leave for like lunch or whatever. And I'm going to say, hey guys, go on without me.
I don't think you're going to make
And
it
you're
that
not going to
long.
see me until sound check.
You're assuming we're going to get all the way to the Airbnb before you make frozen yogurt all over the great state of Illinois.
Listen, I love the great state of Illinois. I would
I
never.
Why?
Why?
I've
What's
never
wrong
liked
with
it.
Illinois?
I've never liked it.
It's flat. It's flat, and there's like not a bunch to do, but there's nothing wrong with Illinois.
It's the aesthetic of the poverty. It's not even the poverty itself; it's the implementation. You're going to see some stuff in between here.
And St.
where we're
Louis
going.
doesn't have.
I prefer the
poverty aesthetic?
I prefer the aesthetic of the poverty in St. Louis. It's not the poverty; it's the style of.
Right, the bandos.
This rural welfare poverty they got out here, I'm not into.
No, this is rural welfare richness.
It's not.
I'm
It's
rich
not.
on
You're
welfare.
looking at a Love's. I'm sure the guy that owns that Love's is doing okay.
You've seen the rest of Missouri, though.
I don't go to much of the rest of Missouri.
It's not good. It's not good. Yeah, the rest
When I
of
was
Missouri.
a kid, there was a house down the street that didn't have a basement, and it was an old historic home. And so these professionals came in with high technology hydraulic equipment, and they lifted that house up and replaced the foundation and built it a basement, and then put the original house right back on top where it was. That's what I'd like to do with St. Louis City. I'd like to pick it up and move it away.
What parts would you keep? What parts would you not keep?
I would keep anything east of the city line,
Okay.
and then maybe a couple of restaurants from the county. That's about it. Once I see the big stone pillar that says leaving St. Louis City, I'm like, nah, let me out. If I'm not going to a bar and grill to play rock and roll, I'm not going out that way. I don't like going.
I like the City Museum.
That's in the
Museum?
city.
Yeah.
It's in the city. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, you're saying.
I'm
Oh,
talking
okay.
about none of the county, Nick.
Oh,
Klaus.
Well, county's fine.
It's not. I'm telling you, it's not.
What's wrong with it,
Molly.
Molly?
Don't put me on the spot like
Aren't you from Forestell?
What?
Where are you from?
Kirkwood.
Kirkwood. I was born in Kirkwood.
Really?
Yeah, I was born in Kirkwood.
Oh, Tyler was not.
Where was Tyler born? Is that redacted?
The swamp.
It's redacted. Okay.
He's eating something right now. Is that a Gardetto?
Oh, you got the pretzels.
I almost got you some of those. I'm
Oh,
glad you got
peanut
them.
butter pretzels.
Peanut butter pretzels.
Y'all don't even know about Gingham's.
Gingham's.
Gingham's. The diner?
That was the weekend, our first weekend dating, we went to Gingham's, and she watched me eat a whole steak and eggs and a whole chili mac.
I love
That
Gingham's.
was 10 years ago.
It's bad.
It's not good.
It's bad.
It's not good or good for you.
When I was 18, I used to go to Gingham's at 2 o'clock in the morning because it's 24/7, and I would smoke a pack of cigarettes and eat some eggs. I was very skinny. I would like to get there again.
I'm on my way. I'm experiencing what we call the Mounjaro sharts.
And what are those, Jacob?
Well, I'm on a medication that's supposed to make me skinny, and sometimes it makes me shart.
Wait, shart in your pants or in the
Anywhere.
toilet? Okay.
Anywhere I am. Well, we talked about this on the last episode of Jacob V Weekly that came out on Tuesday with Joe Peary. We already know I have weak cheeks. And in addition to having weak cheeks, now I am on a psychotic medication from demons to make me skinny. And it's all the stuff that it's taking off of my body comes out of my ass at an unexpected time.
It's very unfortunate.
It's fucking wild out here in these streets. I'll tell you that for nothing.
I got
See
a friend.
that right there? Can you imagine waking up and you're in one of these buildings?
It doesn't look bad.
Nick.
What? You have a countryside view.
You have a beautiful view of a 4-lane highway.
2-lane.
Can just stop and that's what would be scary to me.
Anybody could just stop. Well, that's why, you got a gun and a Trump flag. That way nobody's going to want to come.
Yeah, they'll be like, I don't even want to go over there.
That's fair.
They're probably eating corn.
If I see, okay, I roll up to a house. I'm a robber. Okay. I'm a robber.
Hypothetically speaking.
Hypothetical situation.
Can I
I'm
put
a
a
robber.
hypothetical to you, though?
Sure.
No, I was supporting you. You're doing
Got it. I am a robber.
Good.
And I'm on one of these back roads. And I'm looking for a house to rob. If I pull up to a house, all the lights are off, looks like nobody's home, and I see a Trump 2020 flag, I'm out of there. Because that person is crazy and they don't take down their decorations. They will shoot me.
Baby.
And leave my body.
You know what I found last night when I was cleaning up in my basement?
What?
Yeezy 2020.
Oh.
Cut that.
Yeah. Maybe we don't pivot into that.
Was that 2020?
That was 2020.
It's something that shouldn't be mentioned.
Yeah, I can't believe he did that. I think he did it because Trump was doing it and he thought it was just the cool thing to do. But we don't have to talk about it.
What should we talk about?
We're back. We are sitting still on the motherfucking highway. We're at mile marker 229.59. 55 north going to Chicago, and I've about had it. I'm about ready to turn around and go home with this.
Yeah, we can't be having this.
I can't be having this out here. What is this plant? That's an invasive weed. It looks like pokeweed. They got pokeweed on the highway. This is why I hate Illinois.
I wonder if you could jump out and grab a piece, then we know for sure.
Yeah, well, you have to cook it before you eat it. It's toxic to eat raw. I could get out of this car, and I could walk for several minutes, and you couldn't catch me.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's fine. The show's not till 10 o'clock.
We're moving at a slow pace.
And we can't check in yet. And it's fine.
And we're moving at a slow pace, and it's not just because Tyler's driving.
No, this has nothing to do with Tyler. This has to do with there's road work. They're working on the road, and they got they're probably paying a guy $90,000 a year to stand here with a sign that says slow. He's probably got full dental for him and his 4 children.
Oh yeah, those union workers.
Which is fine. I'm pro that. I'm just. Oh, they replaced him with a sign that hitches on a trailer. Well, R.I.P. to the nuclear family.
Yeah.
Can't even get dental for your 4 children holding a sign.
Yeah, how are they going to get their teeth right?
Oh, good news, guys. The speed limit's 55, so we could all go ahead and speed up.
Yeah, you know, the thing about
Not you,
traffic
Tyler.
is if the person up front would just move.
Yeah, if they would just cut it out, then
Then we'd be
everybody would
good.
be happy.
Yeah.
We could be talking about something else right now. I'm going to wear a maxi pad over my left ear.
Like Nelly.
Oh, no, it's supposed to be the right ear.
It's like the Nelly thing.
It's just like Nelly. Nelly had a friend that was locked out, so he put a Breathe Right strip under his eyeball for 6 months.
Wait, why did you do that?
He had a friend that was incarcerated. He was wearing the bandage out of solidarity. So anyone would say, hey, why are you wearing that fucking Band-Aid? Nelliford?
And he said, because one of my friends is locked
And
up.
he said, my homie locked up, bruv. Free
Why?
little boo-boo.
That makes zero sense.
You could look it up. He said that.
Oh, I don't doubt it. I just don't understand.
It was because he wanted to draw attention to the injustice. He was a political prisoner, little boo-boo. Oh, yes, little boo-boo. Whittle boo-boo.
Where do we...
He never got out of jail.
What did he do?
I don't know. He probably killed somebody. The part where he killed somebody, maybe.
What do you think about this, Tyler?
Why was Nelly wearing that Band-Aid on his face?
He said, cut that. Oh, fuck. Left lane closed. God damn it. Well, guys, I don't think that we're going to be able to jump in the lake after all.
Well, you know, I mean...
That's okay.
Who gives a shit? I ain't getting in no filthy-ass Lake Michigan with all them dead-ass fish and all them viruses. You could get a brain-eating amoeba.
In Lake Michigan?
Oh, yeah.
When did that become a thing?
Oh yeah, don't swim.
Don't touch the water.
There's like spots where you can swim and you should swim if you can, but don't like just.
You're telling me they got water.
Nelly wore the
In the
bandage
lake?
in honor of City Spud, who collaborated with Nelly on his hit song Ride With Me.
So you made that up, or that's correct?
No.
Where do we?
He wore it a tribute to his collaborator who was serving a 10-year sentence for robbery.
Well, you know, you can't do that.
Yeah, so City Spud, a.k.a. Lil Boo Boo, served 7 years of a 10-year sentence for robbery.
Get out for good behavior.
No, I think he died.
Oh.
Nelly quit wearing the Band-Aid when Ashanti got pregnant.
Shit.
Maybe it was Lil Boo Boo's baby.
Also, that was something I never knew for the longest time. I just recently figured out that Nelly and Ashanti are married. They are? Yeah. I mean, they've been in a
together off
relationship.
and on since 2003.
Yeah. So long. I had no idea. Power couple.
Is she from St. Louis?
I don't think so.
I don't think
I
so.
think she's from California. Let's find out. Hold on. Hey, Jamie, can you get a fact check on that?
Jamie, where is Ashanti from?
Jamie.
Ashanti is from New York.
New York.
Nobody's from New York.
New York. Speaking of New York, I'm thinking a lot about New York from Flava Flav.
Yeah,
For-
Tiffany.
Yeah, for probably the past 2 seconds, I've been thinking a lot about her.
I watched a lot of her.
I can't remember what it was. Oh yeah. I saw an article that like Flava Flav sent the a women's Olympic team, and I think it was the women's curling team, like the U.S. curling team, to a Taylor Swift concert in Sweden. Like got them tickets and everything, and just sent them out there. And seeing that article, I was like, damn, that's crazy. Why is Flava Flav doing that? Not in like a that he shouldn't be supporting people that way. Just in like a, why is he supporting the curling team
Of all the
specifically?
things.
Yeah, of all the things.
And
I don't know. That's just a question that I had.
it is interesting, Nick.
Yeah.
Of all the things, it could have been basketball.
It could have been basketball.
It could have been
Baseball.
archery. I love women's archery when it comes to Olympic season. Women's archery is fun.
I just wonder why he didn't do like the women's soccer team. They're gaining so much popularity. They've been popular for so long.
He probably doesn't know
like,
that there is one.
Well,
You like soccer? New York just she's back on reality TV. Breaking news: we just got through that stalled traffic.
Yep, we're just coming back up to full speed inbound to Chicago.
Oh, thank God.
what is she doing on reality TV now?
It's called The Circle or one of those Netflix shows. So it's like every villain from different reality shows in the house together.
I know what you're talking about. It's
Not The Circle. It's something.
No, I think it is. Oh my God!
Like
What is it?
she's apparently
But it has-
everyone's fan favorite on
Well, it
it.
has what? Who is that man? Oh, that gay man. That wonderful.
Who is
gay
that man? The gamin'.
He was in Cabaret, and also
Alan Cummings.
Alan Cummings. Yes, he hosted Traitors. The Traitors.
Traitors. Oh, we watched season 1 of that.
Season 1. It's
Was
crazy.
New York on it?
No, that was like a bunch of Survivor people.
Yeah. And we had
She's on something now.
well, it's
in
probably season 2 of the
2024.
Well,
Traitors.
it's probably a new season that she's on.
Yeah.
But
That would
like,
totally make sense. She'd be perfect for that.
God, the way that the woman who won just lied to everybody's faces, and even at the end,
And she was a good guy.
it's kind of the point, but it felt so like really manipulative in such a way that if that ever happened to me, I don't think I could ever even think of that person anymore in my life. Like they were just about to, in the other two people's minds, split. What was it? It was like 20 grand or something.
It was
like
thousands of dollars that the
Yeah.
three of them were going to split. They thought they were going to all just split it evenly because they thought they had weeded out all the competition.
But turns out the woman that won was the
Sheree?
last traitor. She was the last traitor, and she played the game well. She knows how to play a game well. But the only way they split the money is if they got all the traitors out. They fully believed they had gotten all the traitors out, and then
She let them believe that.
Do you know who the traders are?
Yeah,
As
the
the
entire
audience?
the
Okay.
entire show.
That's cool. Although it would be fun to try and guess along with them.
Yeah, it would be. I do like the knowing aspect though, because I feel like it's more fun to look at somebody messing up and seeing where they're starting to slip.
Yeah, you're paying more attention to that.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
And there's also drama with the traders inside there's 3 of them. There's drama inside them as well. There's alliances happening between 2 out of the 3 and trying to get the other person out so that it throws off the scent for them. It's a wild
I'm gonna have to
show.
watch it, huh?
It's really good.
People do a lot of stuff for money. Crazy amounts of stuff for money.
Yeah.
And betray so many people for money.
I watched a Mr. Beast thing where he built a grocery store for a guy to live in, and the guy would get thousands of dollars every day that he was there.
That he lived at the grocery store?
Mm-hmm.
What was the point of that?
To see how long he could do it. He ended up saving up like $500,000.
Yeah, well, yeah, you could live in a grocery store for like, honestly,
No, because Mr.
upwards
Beast
to
was
5
giving
years.
him like 10 grand or 50 grand or something like every day that he stayed in there, and he stayed there for like a month and a half.
Because you can. Why would you not be able to?
Right. Well, because he had 2 small children at home, and he was all by himself in there all day.
Could he
Okay.
leave, or did he have to stay?
No. He had to live in a grocery store that was custom
He could like
built.
go to work and stay.
No.
He was
in
in the
the
grocery
store.
Oh, so he just had to be there the
Yeah.
entire. Oh,
And he was
I'm
there
just
for
saying.
and he was there for like 45 days, and they ended up making, I guess, $450,000.
Yeah, I just gotta say, if there's any point in time where like, oh, I'm so sorry, I have to be gone for a month and a half, no contact, but when I come back, like, we're good.
Yeah.
You know, I would do that. I would read so
That's
many
what I said. I
books.
said, my wife would say, "You hit me up when you're done, baby. Bring that money home." Dee Dee would still be in the grocery store.
He'd be
Dee-
gone.
He'd be
Dee Dee's-
worth $1.6 billion, and everyone would think he was dead.
Dee
And
Dee
he would
still
be,
hasn't left the grocery store.
and he'd be
He's
just
still
living in
there.
swim trunks, eating Gardettos in an empty grocery store.
Is there TVs in this grocery store? Like,
No, because that's the thing. To get the 10 grand, the guy would have to make 10 grand worth of stuff from the grocery store to give Mr. Beast to get the 10 grand in a shopping cart to save up. And so by
Okay.
guys, this is an hour-long Mr. Beast video where he built a grocery store for a man to live in.
Yeah.
And every day, Mr. Beast would come back with $10,000, and he'd say, "Do you want to stay another day?" And the guy would be like, "Yeah." And he'd say, "Okay, so I need $10,000 worth of inventory from this store."
Oh,
Right.
So he makes him do work.
He makes him, exchange that stuff. He doesn't like replenish all the food and stuff because eventually the guy's
Oh.
going to run out of stuff.
oh.
But when he starts, it's a full brand new grocery store full of stuff.
But that's kinda sick.
So Dee Dee, on the very first day, he has TVs and a pool, and he has all kinds of stuff you might find in a department store. But by the end of it, he's got like hardly anything but the shopping cart's full of money.
And that isn't so interesting because it's like, what would you start to give up first
Yeah.
if you had to?
Yeah.
Like, obviously, the entertainment stuff has to
I'm
go.
going to put it
because
on
that's
at the
gonna-
Airbnb.
that's-
You guys would have to watch
It's
this
gonna be worth
Mr.
more.
Beast
It's going to hit
video.
$10,000 quicker. You got to keep the food around. But I say you got to keep a couple of those TVs or like an Xbox or something around as like, I want to stay for a little while longer. So here's 2 TVs that total up to 10 grand. TVs aren't that expensive. Total up to 10 grand, and now I
Not anymore.
stay.
They
But,
used to be.
You know, right?
We used to be a proper nation. TVs used to have toxic chemicals in them.
God, I remember that. Yeah, brother, I remember that. Yeah, brother. I'm just saying, little brother, you were a little TV with a little light on it. Oh, shit, I remember that.
Well,
TVs are too light these days.
TVs are too light. TVs need to be heavier and more
You
dangerous.
need at least 3 people to move one.
That's why everyone quit watching TV, because the
Well-
TVs all got too wimpy.
And then they get too big.
And
They're too big now.
And then
And
they
too
also
light.
get them too big. They're big, skinny.
My roommate, he installed I think it's like an 80-inch screen TV in our living room. And while it's really cool, it's not mine, it's his, but it's really cool to watch stuff on. I couldn't do it. I don't want to do it. I have a 32-inch screen in my room.
That's
and
not big
more
enough.
than fine.
32 inches is good if it's right here in front of your face.
I know. I'm lying. I'm actually struggling.
Couldn't even really like watch the whole screen. You had to like watch.
You had to go back to the kitchen to see the whole thing.
My girlfriend and I, we were laying in bed the other day, and I can't remember what was happening this day. It was a very significant day for some reason. I think it was 4th of July.
That's a good one. Do you guys know why 4th of July is significant?
Everybody say it with me.
Casimir Pulaski Day.
Casimir Pulaski Day. Also, the day that Andrew Turskovsky released Solaris.
I thought you were going to say Andrew Tate. And July
Also the
4th is
day
Andrew
that
Tate's birthday.
Andrew Tate was freed
Yeah.
from all of his
clutches of
trafficking
Romanian
charges.
Oligarchs.
Just
Okay,
out on
so
bail?
no, he just got arrested again. I think. Don't
He's
quote
fine.
me on that.
Mallory,
Yeah,
you were saying?
yes. So me and my beautiful, beautiful girlfriend Mallory, we woke up, and we woke up early too. Like we woke up at 5:30 in the morning. Don't know why. And we did not get a lot of sleep.
Because the booze just wore off.
No. We weren't drinking the night before, I think. And we woke up. For some reason, we really wanted to watch Blade Runner 2049. As you do on the 4th of July. You okay, Jacob?
No.
What's wrong?
I'm just so upset about...
Blade Runner.
You're so
Blade
upset
Runner.
about Blade Runner 2049?
It caught me off guard.
Okay. So, we're laying in bed, and it's about 6:30 at this point. We've been talking about watching the movie for a while now. I finally get up, I go make some coffee, and she doesn't want to get out of bed. Totally fine. I barely want to get out of bed. So I get out of bed, I make some coffee, make her some tea, and...
Like an herbal tea?
like an Earl Grey, you know. Earl Grey in the morning. She would prefer matcha. I don't have matcha for her at my house yet, but
Well,
unsweetened, obviously.
unsweetened. I mean, please.
Obviously. Unsweetened, iced. It would be great. It would be wondrous.
Right.
So I get back with the tea. I give her the tea. She's in the bathroom. She goes to the bathroom to do her wake up routine, some brush her teeth and do her face routine. And while that happens, I'm like, oh, we don't want to get out of bed? That's fine. I'll bring my tiny TV closer to my bed so we don't have to get out of the bed. You know, we don't have to go to the living room and watch it on the big TV. I'll do that. She comes around the corner, and I can't even imagine what the scene must have looked like to her. So for me to bring my tiny TV forward, I have to move my dresser forward towards my bed. There is a rug in front of my dresser, so it gets all scrunched up, and it's kind of like green and fuzzy. And it gets all scrunched up, and the dresser is right on the edge of my bed. And I'm sitting there. It's hot, by the way. It's hot in my house. I'm sitting there. I'm sweating, and I have a pot of coffee and just a TV close to my... There's clothes all over the place. I swear to God, she must have thought I was a drug runner or some shit. Drug runner 2049. And then she revealed to me that she was only joking, and it was more than okay that we watched the movie in the living room, and then I had to put my entire bedroom back together.
Was it worth it?
Every minute with her is worth it.
I don't know if I can use any of that.
It was such a long day.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Fucking nowhere.
This is why I fucking hate driving through Illinois. The stories can't even be good. Is that Optimus Prime? That truck ahead of us is Optimus Prime, bro. That's why he's going backwards. It looks just like him.
I really captivated you guys for so long just to give you nothing.
Somebody's...
For anything.
That's like 6 minutes of my life I'm never going to get back.
Well, it would be 6 minutes of your life anyways. We're stuck in a car for the next hour.
I loved every minute of it.
Thank you, Dinky.
I just thought something terrible was going to happen, and
called him
it turned
Dinky.
into a totally nice little afternoon.
I thought you were going to say that she, like, ran the TV over or something.
Yeah, I thought she
No.
was gonna like knock you over while you were
I thought she
driving
was
there.
going to come in and say, listen, you got to pick one. You can't move a TV and hold a whole pot of coffee. You're scooting a dresser with your foot right now. Put the coffee down.
I did put the coffee down.
Look, that truck looks just... Didi, give me a picture of that truck. Didi, give me a picture of that truck for the episode.
The Optimus Prime shot.
I have to animate some kind of illustration of Nick's bedroom for that story. I don't know how we're going to show the listener.
You don't have to do that. You can just go ahead and
I like
cut
the
that.
idea that, like, when we get in there, that it's like, it starts off, okay, we have a 32-inch TV, we have a bed, then we have a dresser, and then in the middle of the story, oh, and it's hot. It's hot in here. I don't know how I'm going to draw that it's hot, but we got to...
Ozzy Run.
Just a whole bunch of sweating coming from
Yeah,
my
it's
face.
hot in the room.
Hot
The
coffee.
bed is hot. The coffee is hot. The TV is hot because we left it on all night
And
watching
you know,
Blue
it's
Planet.
the 4th of July also.
And
We're
it's the 4th of
celebrating
July. It's one of
the
the
nation's
hottest days of the
independence.
year, and everyone's children are barefoot in the street shooting bottle rockets.
Blade Runner 2049, very patriotic film to watch.
Can you summarize that one for me?
The film?
Yeah.
The whole 3-hour film.
Well, like, so it's a sequel to Blade Runner?
It's a
And
sequel
where
to
do we
Blade
leave
Runner.
off in Blade Runner, the original?
Okay. If I remember correctly, as the replicant delivers the line, like, tears falling in the rain, time to die, and then dies, I think Harrison Ford and his replicant bride just, like, run away. And that's kind of... It's not where the story picks up, but the story is set 20 years later, I believe, 21 years later. And now Ryan Gosling is, like, the Blade Runner.
Yeah.
And it kind of goes through his mundane life
Yeah.
for a little while until there's, like, rumblings of... Okay, a chest is discovered at the house of one of the replicants that he killed. And the replicants that the Blade Runners are hunting are the last of, like, the Harrison Ford era of replicants.
Yeah.
I'm
in my Harrison Ford era.
Me as well, honest
I like to, when I walk into a room, I like to scream, "Where's my family?"
Wait, yeah, which Harrison Ford era are you in? Because I think I'm constantly in the, like, the tunnel scene of... What is that movie called? Air Force One, where...
When he's crawling.
I don't know if that's where he's like,
No.
I didn't kill my wife.
That's The Fugitive.
And the guy The Fugitive, yeah. I didn't kill my wife.
And then Tommy Lee Jones says, I don't
care. Yeah.
And then he jumps off the dam. That's a good one.
That's me 24/7.
You know what's better than that one is the sequel, U.S. Marshals, with Wesley Snipes and Robert Downey Jr.
That was a sequel?
It was a sequel to The Fugitive.
Was it
It's the same U.S. Marshals team that goes to catch Harrison Ford in The Fugitive is the team hunting Wesley Snipes. And they're joined by Robert Downey Jr., who was revealed to be a double agent.
Well, so...
And he was in his cocaine era when they shot that.
Ooh, love a Robert Downey Jr.
I love a
in his
cocaine era Robert Downey.
I wish I was in my cocaine era.
I never had a cocaine era. My
can we
dad
cut
told
that?
me my heart would explode.
We're going to cut that. Cut that.
You get it. You're getting it.
You're getting it.
Yeah, I'm in it.
You're getting the hang of it. So then, so where do we pick up in Blade Runner 2049? Him
Okay.
and his replicant bride are just living happily ever after?
So, no. So where we are is Ryan Gosling has just discovered a chest underneath a tree that has a flower growing out of it. And we're in, like, a barren wasteland. Not a lot of things just naturally grow. So he checks out the chest. And inside the chest is bones. Bones of the replicant that Harrison Ford ran away with at the end of the first movie.
My God.
So they take the bones in and they start doing some investigation on it, trying to figure out who it is. And before they discover that it's a replicant, they discover that this person was pregnant. And then they discover it's a replicant. They're like, wait, I thought replicants couldn't have babies. So the whole film is essentially Ryan Gosling looking for this child replicant, the first child ever born as a replicant, and he thinks it's him. He has these memories implanted in him that are kind of curiously aligning with all the information that he's finding. And, you know, he has to go find Harrison Ford because that may be his father. We don't know. And he finds Harrison Ford. He finds Harrison Ford and he kind of talks to him for a little while. But unfortunately, you know, no big information comes from it. Harrison Ford is essentially like, I left right before the child was born because I knew it would be safer if I was gone. So I have no idea who the child is or where the child has gone. And then they get ambushed. We're at minute marker like 120 in the movie.
A third of the way through.
I'm getting through it as quick as possible. So they get ambushed, They get ambushed, and the replicants they take Harrison Ford and
they say, "How
Ryan
did you
Gosling
impregnate
back."
that lady?
Well, yeah, right.
How
So
how
they're
did
all-
you do it?
They're all taken into custody. Now, I'm just gonna keep skipping around because I think that's funny. Before he goes to see Harrison Ford, he goes to see this memory maker for all replicants. And they kind of just implant memories. Some are fake, some are real. But they just kind of like implant memories in these replicants so that, it kind of feels more natural for them to be walking around.
Right.
And so Ryan Gosling is questioning this person about the memories that he's having that are coinciding with his investigations. And she's just like, those are real memories. And now he's freaking out because he is like, I'm the person that I'm searching for. People are trying to kill me. I got to go find my daddy. So he goes and finds his daddy. They get ambushed.
Couldn't have seen that coming.
Right? By Jared Leto.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah, right.
That's
Every
a hell
time
of
I
an
see
ambush.
Jared Leto in a movie, I'm just like,
If
can we
Jared
stop?
shows up, I mean,
Can we stop giving this fucking roles, man?
that's exactly what I was going to say.
We're going to have to cut that.
Cut that.
We're going to be canceled as a band before we even start.
I
We
don't
can't-
think anyone's gonna argue with that.
Yeah,
and if they do, they're weird.
Middle-aged celebrities need to quit publicly dating young people. It's
Jerry
weird.
Seinfeld.
Jerry Seinfeld's the OG.
Oh, I'm sorry. Tyler, stop with the Seinfeld slander. You're trying to silence me. You're trying to censor me.
You're trying to tell me that a 35-year-old Jerry Seinfeld wasn't drooling at the mouth. I have to know.
Please
No, the Blade
I
Runner
have to
thing
know
is cool.
about a Blade Runner.
Okay.
No!
No, we're back to Blade Runner.
I don't know who Ryan Gosling's father is.
Harrison Ford!
Okay. Now, for the twist. No, spoiler
Are
alert.
you gonna watch it?
Hold on.
I'm certainly not going to watch it
speaking.
now. It's been spoiled.
So Ryan Gosling is taken by this group of replicants, and they're pretty much like, oh, you thought that you were this special thing that, like, was going to change the world? No, it's actually the memory maker that is the replicant child, and you're a piece of shit. No, like, for real.
Yeah.
Like, they're just like, you're a replicant. You're nothing. You are just a piece of plastic covered in skin. Yeah. And so then he goes
Double
and
spoiler.
I think this is around the time that he sleeps with his, like, AI generated
Sister,
hologram, not sister.
Self?
Well,
I mean, it's not him.
You ever seen the TikToks where it's like, you look lonely, I can fix that? And it's like a scene from Blade Runner 2049 where Ana de Armas is playing this hologram that somebody can buy and, like, have it be their artificial partner, essentially. So he's weird. He's a neckbeard, and he's a gooner, and that's fine in their current society, but, it's weird. And he buys her this thing that allows her to move independently from the computer to which she is stuck to. So she can now just move and have her own thoughts and free will. Crazy. So she invites a prostitute over and kind of, like, links up with her so that she can, well, like, share a romantic evening with Ryan Gosling and, like,
Yeah.
they can be together. But that's just weird, right? I mean, it looks cool, like the videography of it and everything and the direction of it. It looks cool. It's weird, though. Couldn't be me.
Weird.
It's a little weird. So he sleeps with this woman. and I gotta admit, at this point, I did fall asleep for a little bit because it's like 7:30 in the morning. I've been up since 5:30 in the morning, and I'm a little tired, So I did fall asleep for a little bit, and I wake up. They're at the police station again, And again, he's a cop, right? He's a Blade Runner. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I didn't know Blade Runners were cops.
Blade Runners are cops. They are specifically to hunt down replicants. And like,
Have you seen Blade Runner?
No, this is what
you
we're
haven't
talking
seen
about.
Blade Runner?
No, that's
so
what we're talking
Blade
about.
Runner is a 1980s film starring Harrison Ford.
No, I
where
knew
Harrison
vaguely vaguely about it because you know which movie
So
I
the
really
movie
like?
starts out, Harrison Ford is walking through the streets.
Because it's not unlike Logan's Run or Just in Time with Justin Timberlake.
I'm pretty sure that movie's just called In Time. Yeah.
What's Just in Time?
I think you just want to say that because of Justin Timberlake.
More like Just
What's
in
his
Time.
first
This
album?
is gonna ruin the
Justified
tour.
was his first album.
This is gonna ruin the world tour, guys.
The world tour.
The World Tour. Listen, male celebrities are a problem, and
Tyler,
until
if you're not
I am
gonna
one,
speak
I'm going to
into the
speak truth to
microphone,
power,
you can't
Tyler.
tell us to cut anything.
Yeah, unless you're going to come into my computer and cut it for me, I am speaking truth to power.
You have to participate in the act to have an opinion about the act, right?
Power.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to motion to cut Tyler from this episode of the podcast and future episodes.
Yeah, I'm going to cut him out of my life.
Cut him out.
I'm going to cut him out of my whole life. I'll put a mic.
Do you
up
guys
there.
hear anything?
No,
It's probably the spirit of an old friend of mine that we don't talk about anymore. His name was Tyler. So,
Spirit of the swamp.
Okay.
so does Ryan Gosling live?
Ryan Gosling dies
Oh, that probably is for the best.
at the end. So he essentially he escapes the
Tyler, he's a fatherless replicant. What's he have to live for? At least if he... What kind of charger? Yeah.
he was born orphaned.
Fatherless replicant.
So he escapes the police department because the entire police department is trying to kill him. And he goes and he finds Harrison Ford. And Harrison Ford is being taken by this company that Jared Leto runs that wants to recreate... Wait, what?
He goes, oh, Jared Leto.
Oh, no, not Jared. Jared Leto's only on screen for about 10 minutes of the movie.
Oh, thank God.
And that's good. I don't know why he was
And he
on
was
the poster.
paid $15 million.
Probably, and he spent $14 million of that to buy Epstein's Island.
Did he?
No,
It's for meditating. It's because of the longitude.
I don't know. Maybe that's where the next
Someone's probably bought it by now.
that's where the next 30 Seconds to Mars sleepaway
Yeah,
camp.
they're
going to
record
held.
it all on. It's like, guys, what if we go on tour, but we all just meet on the island together? And
We all
instead
just
of
meet on
going
the
on
island,
tour,
yeah.
we're living on an island.
Which island is that?
That's what they're doing. I'm not saying we should do
right.
that. I'm saying that's
Okay.
what he's doing. He said, instead of us going all over the world, why don't you bring young college women from all over the world to this island? And I'll be there with my middle-aged brother,
So
and we'll hit
Ryan
drums.
Gosling goes and he finds Harrison Ford, who's been taken by this company, and he saves the day pretty much. He kills all the bad people and he saves Harrison Ford from drowning in the ocean, and then takes him to meet his daughter for the first time ever. And as Ryan Gosling.
Gosling. The
Ryan
Gosling.
Gosling lays on the steps of the building that Harrison Ford's daughter works at and dies. Just kind of stares up into the sky and dies. You start to realize I'm watching the side character of the movie.
Yeah, it's like B-roll.
Yeah. Ryan Gosling, though he had a hand in the story, is not the main character, will never be the main character, never was. And the movie ends, Harrison Ford walks into where his daughter is, and they're staring at each other, and then the movie goes to black. And that is Blade Runner 2049.
And
So is there another?
no,
Thank
not
you.
yet. They're working on it.
Yeah, it's with Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah.
Blade Runner 2099, it's going to be a series.
Yeah, it's going to be... my thing is, it's like if Star Wars... if Star Wars only was filmed from C-3PO's body camera. Like you watch Obi-Wan Kenobi fight Darth Vader just from the window of the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
And half the movies, I'm just stuck in that one room, the like machine parts room where they have to escape.
Yeah.
It's literally an hour and a half shot inside that room, and then the only action happens when they fall down the chute and then escape, and then the rest of the movie is just the same room.
They're just stuck on board while everything. Oh no, what's going on?
It is sometimes every once in a while I hear like a from the other side of the wall.
Are they back?
Lord Vader, sir. Was that you?
All right, we'll take a break.
Some people are just built different.
All right, we're back in the car blasting some Engelbert Humperdinck. Nick, how was the show last night?
The show was incredible. The vibes were immaculate.
Yeah.
First band, I'm gonna say it, killed it.
Yeah,
I was.
You know what? The first thing I said when I saw them show up is, "Oh, I should have brought more keyboards." I almost brought a third one, but I didn't know what the terrain was going to be like.
Honestly, you could have done with a third one, maybe even a fourth. Or fifth.
How did we get a count on him?
6.
I bet you I can name him. He had the Nord, he had the clavinet, he had what was above the clavinet? The Moog, subsequent correct. 37, I think.
Yeah.
And then he had a Wurlitzer 200A.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Why would you bring that into that bar?
Because it's cool.
And he ran it into a rat pedal. That was his preamp.
That's kind of sick.
I did kind of like that.
I respect that.
Yeah, that a Wurlitzer 200A into a rat, doesn't matter. You guys, the road at this phase is an exploration of what we do and do not want to do again. And so we keep detailed notes. There's a lot of things we loved about our trip to Chicago. We stayed at a lovely Airbnb in Berwyn that is kind of designed for exactly somebody like us. We're coming to town for an evening. We're musicians. We need somewhere
to sleep and shit.
where Nick can take a shit. And everyone can plug their phones in.
Yeah.
Thank God I brought 9 phone chargers.
And 8 phones, so there was 1 charger free.
Yeah, we had enough. We had enough is the point, is what I'm hearing. The moral of the story you just told me, Nick, is we had enough. Look at that penis-shaped cloud over there.
That is a penis-shaped cloud.
That's a dick. That cloud looks like a dick. That's the only reason I would say that. I'm not seeing dicks. There's dicks seeing me. You know what I'm saying? That's a good one. Write that down. I'm not seeing dicks. Dicks are seeing me. Chuck Norris pushes the earth down. What are we going to...
When Chuck dies, we're all going to
I was about to say, what
space.
are we going to do when Chuck ascends to glory? That may be the rapture. That may be the only reason we're still in this timeline.
They're going to put him in a steel coffin and lower him down into the ground so that way the earth stays anchored.
Yeah.
It's not our fault. We didn't get back till like 1:32 last night. All right.
Yeah, and the vibes were weird on our way back to the show. I felt like our set sounded really good. I have beautiful 4K video of the whole thing. I have the whole recording right here. Look at that waveform. That's the show.
Oh.
Yeah. Wow. The orange there, I got it muted right now. But, so I'm just grateful to God.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that Logan is where Coles is. It's
Yes.
in Logan Square?
Logan Square.
Because the guy at the Airbnb, when I was checking out, he had never heard of it.
Yeah, well, from what I understand, Berwyn is kind of like far enough out of the city to where it's kind of considered like a suburb.
Like they kind of stay there.
Yeah.
They're not going to Logan Square.
Did you see that tennis court? Yeah, they're not going to Logan Square.
Yeah, that whole park, is that Euclid Park?
That's nice.
Is that what they called it? Lovely. Really nice.
Yes.
Give me that.
Get the coffee?
No, give me your microphone.
Oh.
Because I just ask Tyler a question. Tyler, can you tell me about that author we were reading last night?
Richard Brodigan.
And what's his deal?
I'm not sure actually.
You were kind of distracted by it. You really felt like it was the rambling of a madman.
Well, yeah, his work is very enticing. It kind of sucks you in when you start reading.
It's exciting because it's avant-garde in its tone or nature.
Yeah, it's there's no rhyme or reason to anything he writes.
Yeah, and it's sexual in a way that's awkward because it's confusing.
One chapter was sexual. I read it to you guys.
Yeah, that's the chapter you read me. So that's the only chapter like that, though?
That's the one that really stuck out in my mind.
Sweet.
I read that book like 3 years ago. And, yeah.
Wow.
And I was like, let me see if I can find this chapter because it really stuck out in my mind even after all these years.
Tyler, what are you thankful for this morning?
That's a good question.
I know.
Can you phone in a friend?
Yeah.
Dee Dee, what's Tyler thankful for this morning?
Tyler is thankful for QT coffee.
Yeah, we found the only actual quick trip near the Airbnb, maybe in all of Chicago. And it's kind of like the quick trips back home, just much less people in it. I don't know. They haven't figured it out up there yet. They have other things. I don't like other things. When I go to other places in the Midwest and they have franchises I don't celebrate regularly at home, I get upset. Okay, I'll take that. Hand it over. Nick?
Cut that.
They left me hanging up there.
Hello. Yeah. Well, it's because Molly and I back here, we're the only ones that want to talk.
It's the clutches of alcohol. Oh, that's right. I did. He's
Went
looped
to
in.
bed at appropriate time, like 2:45 in our bunk beds.
I didn't bring a
I don't
single.
even think it was 2:45. I think it was somewhere around like 2:30. We got home. We all had our little liquor store snacks.
They did not have a huge selection of snacks in that bodega.
Well, I mean,
They
it's
had
a
anything.
yeah, it's a liquor store. I was surprised to even find clean drinking water.
I got Oreos.
So we all finished our snacks. Tyler breaks open his Budweiser Tall Boy, and I was like, well, time to go to bed. And then
Yeah, we didn't last long.
promptly went to sleep.
I did not roll off the top bunk, so mission accomplished. on
Mission
that one.
accomplished. We
And
did get
I
bunk
also
beds. The
stayed.
Airbnb did tell us it was 3 beds, and that meant 2 of them were on top of one another. So, Airbnb, when you need it, it could be a great way to make a memory. But it's not quite the same as
Yeah.
a brand new Hampton Inn by Hilton, where
Next
Guaranteed 2 beds in every room.
where the beds are not stacked.
Yeah.
I don't mind a stacked bed if I'm going to be honest.
It wouldn't be my big ass up in there. Me and Keenan had to stay in a stacked bed once. I got blackout drunk and completely naked. Left all the lights on, no blanket, top bunk.
Why on the top?
Where were you? My cousin's house.
Spare bedroom at a it was a Mizzou sorority house. And I had just had tropical liquors for the first time.
Oh, jeez.
He didn't understand that you shouldn't have 2 extra large silver.
I had 2 extra large silver bullets, which is like 2 Everclear slushies. 40. I had about 88 ounces of Everclear slushy.
Yeah, you were sitting at the dining room table at one point. You were just gone. Your eye was twitching.
Yeah. And then my body got hot, so I got naked.
Oh,
And now
All
you're
the
here.
lights on, no curtains, no blankets. Top bunk.
My cousin and how many roommates did you have? 3?
Who cares?
And it wasn't like a bedroom like out of the way. It was like a pass-through.
It was a bedroom, and the back door where they parked was there. So I wake up.
Oh, no.
You are not behind a closed door, is what you're saying.
Well, the doors were closed, but they would have to walk through there to go to work the next morning.
Wait, okay. Did I miss the part where it was confirmed that they did see your naked body?
I'm sure Kaden covered me up before they started going to work.
I can't remember. I was blackout drunk.
Yeah. This would have been about
this
10
is
years
not
ago.
looking good for you.
That was 10 years ago. That's crazy. Man, 10 years ago, I was 12.
Nick?
Shut the fuck up.
That's so not true.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. Bro.
I was 11.
We're entering Dwight, Illinois. I fucking hate Illinois. Can I tell you that?
I understand your sentiments, but I really think you're biased with Missouri because Missouri also looks like this.
Yeah,
No.
I really couldn't tell the difference.
I
Yeah.
can. I can feel the difference.
Well, that's because you know
Yeah.
what state we're in.
Yeah.
Goddamn GPS
No, but I'm
fault.
saying I recognize Illinois physically.
It's just a feeling.
What's
This,
the attribute?
however, though, right here where we are, this could also be O'Fallon, Missouri.
That's what I'm saying.
This looks like Darden
Why-
Prairie,
he's
maybe.
just arguing to argue.
Yeah, he's not making much sense.
I just don't like it, is what I'm saying. I'm not saying it makes sense. I'm not saying any prejudice ever makes sense. But when it,
I also don't like the rest of Missouri either.
I also don't like Missouri.
What do you like?
St. Louis City proper.
And outside of that?
Brentwood, Tennessee is nice.
Brentwood?
Yeah, I like Franklin, Tennessee. I like.
Oh, no.
I like. What else do I like? I like Siesta Key down in Florida. I went to the Mall of America once, and they had a log flume inside.
Just like the log flume.
Yeah, I don't even remember the food court, so the log flume must have been most of the day.
Mallory sent me this video the other day of 2 squirrels water skiing at Mall of America. Cutest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, classic. They do that there a lot. I think we got to see that live in person.
Hey, do we already...
What?
Are we playing a show the 6th?
9-6 is at Off-Broadway, yeah.
Aw.
What?
Shout out Bruiser Queen. We just got an offer, but we're not going to be able to do it because we're playing off-Broadway. But,
What's the venue?
Red Flag.
Red Flag, but Bruiser Queen highly recommended us. Shout out Bruiser Queen. They were so much
Yeah,
fun.
I love them. I've been seeing them for years.
I'm sorry, Bruiser Queen. We would love to do it.
Unfortunately, we have a prior commitment.
Dog Party and Bruiser Queen.
Dog Party.
Did he send it like 500 times? Or did I just get it like 600?
Maybe it's just a string of Robert Fancher emails.
It might.
Yeah. We don't have to dox Rob Fancher.
Yeah, cut that part out.
We could cut a lot of this.
Yeah, Dr. Fancher.
I remember, okay. Let's all start one by one. What was your first experience with FUBAR?
Well, actually, I used to play. I was talking about this last night with the sound guy, that I used to go to shows at the old Creepy Crawl on Tucker.
Yeah.
And then I used to play a lot of shows at Creepy Crawl 2 on Washington. And then that's now Central Stage. And then a lot of those people that I knew from Creepy Crawl 2 ended up at the FUBAR. And I played at the FUBAR a few times, but never really enjoyed it because a lot of it was like you have to sell tickets beforehand. You got to come pick the tickets up. You got to sell them. You got to bring them back. They get mad if you don't bring them back. And, that whole thing. And the space was weird. I've played on both sides. There were 2 sides at the FUBAR. And one time I played there on the second side, the left-hand side, which for single shows is like the green room space. And the sound guy was new and didn't know how to patch in the monitors on the X32. So I had to do that for everybody. But I always love an opportunity to learn. And, I'm going to be doing what I'm doing anyway. God put me here to create.
Yeah.
And so when I have a venue for that, I feel honored. But I do have preferences. And Foo Bar was not at the top of my list while it was around.
I think I liked it so much just because it was like the default metalcore venue.
Yeah.
Like every single band that I was playing with at the time only ever played at Foo Bar.
Right.
And if they didn't play at Foo Bar, they were doing a bunch of Mike Judy productions.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was at the Ready Room. But I mean, at the time, I don't know what it is now, but if you signed a contract to play a show with Mike Judy, you had to sell like 40 tickets at $25 a pop. And it was already so hard to get people to pay $15 for a ticket to come see a
especially
local
before
showcase.
COVID. Shows were so much cheaper before COVID.
Oh, yeah.
Venues have been really good about holding prices up since COVID. But also it's weird. We played a show in Lawrence, Kansas, where the cover was only $3, and that was the most we got paid on any date in that run.
I think we got the bar sale.
It was the cheapest door cover and the highest payout. So I'm not saying that higher ticket sales is always the best way to do it. Is that a Honda Odyssey? There goes a Odyssey.
I have found that my opinion is shows should be more accessible for everybody. So I think that the cap should be at most $10.
Yeah.
And the touring bands get most of the money. And if you know, the
when
local
we open
bands,
for people at Platypus and stuff, that's usually what we do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're usually, you guys are on the road, you need this, we live here. I could literally walk home from Platypus. I don't, but a healthy person could.
We do that, though. I mean, especially if it's not, like, the biggest turnout. And, like,
Yeah, like especially like,
Yeah.
if it's at like the sinkhole or something, it's like even if it's full, it's not going to be
it's not off
tons
Broadway.
of money where everyone can make tons of money. I mean, you got to make sure that you can prioritize the people that are coming out of pocket for gas and accommodations.
yeah.
But it's a blessing.
Yeah, and so that was my biggest gripe with Foo Bar was ticket. Like it was like a pay
It's
to
the business
play
model, but that's the
situation.
thing. I think they must be thinking we have the niche on this genre space.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And so we have to make it sustainable. And if we don't make people sell tickets, nobody will sell any tickets.
and I mean they're kind of right. And no one was just
If the goal
showing
is
out
to keep
those
the bar
shows.
open, I mean, I
Actually-
can't complain about it necessarily, but it just doesn't. I don't know. It also doesn't make any sense for a space to be completely pitch black and for the only thing for people to do is watch the bands when they're on stage because they do 30-minute sets and there's just a lot of downtime. Sometimes you'll have 4 bands on those bills.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. But I will say one time, my high school band, they wanted a certain amount of pre-sales. We didn't get it, and they were pretty upset with us until the doors opened, and they had to stop letting people in.
Yeah.
And ever since then, I think, the pay-to-play is bullshit. If someone wants to show up, they're going to show up.
Well,
Having to run
yeah.
around and sell tickets.
Well, especially just to transmit them physically for cash doesn't make any sense.
No.
And
If people are going to show up, they'll show up, is
Right.
all I'm saying.
And I've also had opportunities, though, where I really wanted to do the show, but I didn't necessarily want to hustle the set number of tickets. So I just gave the number of tickets away, and I paid for them myself.
Right. Yeah. I've done that before.
Just to
but-
say, you know what, I'm not going to fucking live in this stress bubble for a month with these tickets. I'm going to give this guy $200 for his cut of the tickets he wants me to sell, and I'm just going to give those tickets away.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
That works.
Not a bad idea.
What you do is you take one of your NOS germanium transistor fuzzes and you sell it on Facebook Marketplace to somebody's blues dad, and then you have the money you need for the ticket sales for the loan shark that's bogarting the gig. I've been in this business a long time. I'll start popping off.
Definitely seen less of it.
No, absolutely. It's just so unpopular, and the model of the industry has changed so much that, like, you used to make money on the songs and the merch and the show, and as so much of that money has gone away because of the change of the industry, it's easier to get money out of people for more tangible things like a show experience or merch because the music is probably mostly free to them anyway.
Was it a change in the industry, or were we just younger and everyone made us sell tickets?
Well, when I
beforehand?
first started out, like, people were still selling CDs.
Yeah.
People
totally.
were. And I remember when tapes came back. We didn't have tapes, and then we had tapes again,
I remember that.
and then things like that because it's trying to figure out ways to monetize your interaction with your audience in whatever way that you can. But also, we lost a lot of the venues and stuff that people were using for that structure of show.
Right.
Cicero's.
Like Cicero's was a huge. I did
Cicero's
dozens
was
of Mike
so
Jody
good.
shows at Firebird and Cicero's.
Firebird too, yeah.
I loved the venue of Firebird.
Played a good show?
No, never played a good show at Firebird.
I played.
I loved the space. I loved how it looked, but I feel
Yeah.
like, well, we played a show where everyone got kicked out within 30 seconds of our first song. Our entire audience just got kicked out. We started playing to an empty room.
Why?
Because I think one of them was underage, or someone 21 was buying someone underage, and they just decided to kick everyone out because they were all together, I guess.
I mean, that's fair. It's what I would do.
Yeah, I mean, don't buy drinks for underage people at venues.
Well, and that's the thing too. Just like the structure and the regulation around like drink sales in the industry that we end up being in so much of the time is just like so like overdone that like you can ruin a show by buying your 19-year-old girlfriend a Pabst. You know what I mean?
And also, why do you have a 19-year-old girlfriend?
Well, this is what I've been saying. My girlfriend is not 19.
And also, you don't have a girlfriend.
Right, I met my missus. My beautiful bride. She's a grown woman. She's older than me.
Shit. My girl's older than me, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was I saying? I was going to say, I had like something
I had something
cool.
else with that.
I had
too.
something cool that I was going to say.
I doubt it.
I quit the band now.
I doubt it.
I doubt it.
Damn it. He's hitting me with that Uno reverse.
Uno reverse.
So
Double stamp, no eracy.
what I loved so much about being in the okay, now I remember what I was going to say. Molly and I went to the same school, but we went to the same school different years. And one of my first assignments was recording this older gentleman's album. And he came in, it was 2 days of him with a band, and then 3 days of overdubs. He comes in and he starts doing this song called Merch Booth. And to describe this as such a boomer take is an understatement. The whole song was about how people don't sell physical merch anymore. They sell USBs with the songs on it and like
That has
virtual
happened.
shirts.
Virtual shirt.
Dude, it was
This guy sounds like my friend who would go to Nashville and book out a studio and hire a band and then torture everybody for.
What was his name?
This is a different guy.
I do not
'cause
know,
I would
and
know.
even if I remembered
Is he
it,
an
I
old
would
guy?
not say it. He was an older gentleman, yes.
White?
Stop.
Obviously.
Stop.
No, it's not the same guy because I would know the song Merch Booth.
You would have done the
I would have.
business focused.
Yeah, I would have done.
I'm just saying, it wouldn't be surprising if this was the same guy.
No, but that's
because
what's funny
would
is 'cause
spend the money to go to Blackbird.
There are so many.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, there's so many people like that though.
Yeah.
There's people who get a check and they're like, I'm going to Nashville and I'm gonna stay at the Days Inn and I'm gonna book some studio time and I'm gonna get some real good players in there. We're gonna lay down some tracks. It happens every day.
Oh, yeah. Sure. I hear you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I love that for us. Every time I turn onto my street, I'm scared I'm going to see him. But that's normal. That's what love is.
I want to know what love is.
Love!
I want you to show me.
All right, I'm taking a break.